Welcome back everybody. So in my last video, I did an artwork project with you and I told you that I was turning my Disney themed study into a Halloween themed study because pretty much year round it seems I'm doing some sort of Halloween project in preparation for Halloween and just sharing videos with you. So I thought we would pull the trigger. Today we will kill off the rest of my Halloween decor. It's just a few pieces of artwork left over, so we are going to transform those into something Halloween, and I'm going to take you on a quick behind the scenes tour of my study and what it looks like on the other side of the camera. So turning the camera around here, you can see what I'm looking at right now, which is one of the views that I use in my videos. In fact, this was my last video when I did my artwork project here, these framed pictures on the wall that got me all inspired to go ahead and finish up my artwork in the room. But as I said, sometimes I will point it against this blank wall, but most often you're going to see this view over here. Usually there's not a little light in the way, and it will look something like that. I keep on this shelf my little trick-or-treat project that I did a few years back, and just some of those fake Halloween books I bought last year, and just some projects and decor that I've purchased over the last year or so. Now this is what changes most often. You'll notice I never really like to keep the backgrounds the same in my videos, so I'll change them up frequently. Just on this little side table here in the chair, this is usually where I would have my skeleton sitting. There's his little dog friend down here. And just a little side table, and I'll change these knickknacks. Usually you'll see like this pumpkin decor here was just something from one of my Goodwill haul videos. I just didn't have a place to put it, so I just stashed it there for now, but I'll find a new home for it eventually. My little Edgar Allan Poe side table. And again, my witch's broom and so forth. And you can see one of my mirrors that I did last year as well for my haunted mirrors in my garage. I'd like to do something different with this whole area. It just seems a little off. I know my mirror is a little bit high, but I took down some previous mirrors that I had there, and I just used the existing hook, but we'll fix something there. As you can see, what I'm generally looking at during these videos, I've got some lighting equipment here, my camera set up, little monitor so I can see what I'm doing. So when you notice I'm not really looking at the camera, it's because I'm probably trying to see if I'm in the frame. Put my little desk back here, just some other tchotchkes, some pictures from Halloween pictures, and then this Headless Horseman framed photo I bought. I think I did that last year, I believe. I got the art print online for something crazy like $6, and then just bought a frame at the at-home store. And then as we move across, just some computer equipment where I keep my, it's just some supplies for the camera equipment and whatnot. And here's some of the artwork that we'll be getting rid of. Just some pictures from Disney World, close-ups. I think that's actually Disneyland there, the Ferris wheel. And just simple dollar store frames. They'll be going away, as will my little framed picture of Epcot. And the Magic Kingdom from many, many years ago. And then the door. Back to the clock. So that's it. That is my Disney study. Was my Disney study. It's now my Halloween study. So let's go ahead and make it my Halloween study and get rid of this art. All right, so we're going to start in this corner. Now I've got my two Disney prints here, which normally I would like to keep my frames where they are and just replace the pictures inside of it. But in this instance, I'm not going to do that because I have this frame, which I want to replace them with. It is a hand-drawn signed print of Igor from Young Frankenstein, which I bought for my Frankenstein-themed dining room last year. So I'm going to go ahead and take these down and see what it looks like with just the one picture instead. All right, not bad. It's a little sparse, a little skimpy, but I kind of like the look of just the face peering out. As I walk through the door and you turn the corner, you'll see this face looking at you. It's kind of creepy. I like it. Let's see what it looks like with the Frankenstein pictures. So here I have the Bride of Frankenstein and Frankenstein's monster, who I like to just call Frankenstein. I know that's wrong. But anyway, I bought some new frames for him as well, because obviously my Disney frames aren't going to be the right size. What I had previously done, as a little tip, as I told you in my last video too, is what I like to do is take the artwork around my house, and when I reuse it for like seasonally, for Halloween, I keep the prints that I want to use for Halloween just right behind whatever that picture is that I keep up year round. It just makes, you know, decorating so much easier. You just pull the frame off, pull the back off, swap it around. It saves a lot of time and also a lot of energy trying to find whatever you have, because I lose track of everything so easy. But like I said, I bought some new frames for this project simply because I needed to. I got these from the at-home store, and if, again, you listened to my last video, that was a little bit of a debacle because I thought it was buy one, get one free, but it was really buy one, get one half off. So I ended up paying more than I had intended. But offhand, these frames seem like they are a better value than the frames that I bought for this project here, which I ended up hating. And one thing that I am really looking for, it's kind of hard to turn this thing around in this tight little space, but this has hangers. Unfortunately, it's not the one simple hanger in the middle. It's got, and I've got it upside down, but two hangers, which just makes it a little harder because you gotta level everything out, make sure it's all measured properly when we're hanging it up. But anyway, where I was going with that was these were $25. So it was really, one was $25 and one was $12.50. But I've usually in the past bought them from Michaels. I think Michaels always has a better deal, usually like $15 or so for the same kind of frame. So again, I thought I was getting a deal. I thought I was getting 2 for $25, whereas Michaels would be like 2 for $30. And I ended up actually paying more than I would have at Michaels. But I think I've beaten that to death. Let's go ahead and get this guy framed. I'll get them both framed, and then let's go over to the wall. All right, so a good rule of thumb when you're hanging your artwork is that you want the center of your art to be at about eye level. And when you're dealing with general public like I do in my role in facilities, I tend to hang them at the 60-inch center mark. That's about average for most people. A little low for me, as you can see. But I also want to take into account the other artwork that I hung yesterday. And that one, the top of the artwork, looks like it's at about 77 inches off the floor. So that's what I'm going to base my new artwork on. Now, normally, if you're going to be calculating 60 inches on center, you take the height of your frame. In my case, it's 40 inches. So half of 40 inches would be 20. So you want 20 inches above your center mark, which is 60. So 80 inches high is where I would typically hang this. And I might hang it 80 anyway, just to, I mean, it's not that different from the 77. I'm going to play with it here in a moment, and we'll see how it looks. But I did want to take one moment to tell you how much I dislike these at-home store frames. Now, in my last video, you saw my complaints with the little ones and how difficult they were to hang. These are also terrible, but for a different reason. When I was putting the artwork in, the back cardboard piece is so tight, I couldn't even get it out. I had to kind of like push it out from the front, and I cracked it. So can you see that? Tiny crack there. It's going to drive me insane, and now I've got to replace this whole frame. But for the moment, I'm going to do my best to just ignore it. We'll get these hung up on the wall here and see how it looks. But first, we do have to kill off the Disney, so the last remnants of my Disney-themed study are going away. And hello, new art. I love these pictures. I think they're so dramatic. I got the prints, again, for just a couple of bucks online each. So adding the frames, again, not happy with, but I'm super thrilled with the artwork. especially on this side wall here that I never have in my videos. You may have noticed in my original videos, I used to always keep prints on the backdrop, but as you can see, they cause a lot of glare and reflection in the videos. So you'll probably never see these again, but I will every time I look toward this wall, and I just love them. So let me know, what do you think? How do you like my new Halloween themed artwork and study in general now? So that'll do it, I guess, for today. Well, it won't quite do it. Let me just show you another little close-up here. This is kind of the view that I see sitting here at my desk. And my little guy over here that we just hung up is so small. So I am not sure that I'm going to keep him there. He might need something else. Let me know. What do you think? And that's it for today. So thank you all for watching. Hope to see you around again soon. So make sure you're subscribed if you want to watch more DIY videos, store walkthroughs, product reviews, etc. I've got some fun ones coming up, so I hope to see you then. And until then, guys, take care and happy haunting.